Ahoj, já vás všechny zdravím z Ammánu. Jsem na škole American Community School of Ammán a jdeme se podívat tady, protože tahle škola používá moderní mobilní technologie. Mimo jiné také iPady, kvůli kterým jsme vlastně dneska tady. A setkáme se dvěma učiteli, kteří nám řeknou něco víc o tom, jakým způsobem technologie používají, co s nimi dělají, jak je vlastně spravují. Moc mě to zajímá, protože chtěl bych vlastně to porovnat s naším školstvím, jak tady vlastně učí, jaké používají aplikace, jak se starají o ty iPady. Takže moc se těším a jdeme na to, jdeme se podívat dovnitř. Majdi will tell us something about how they started iPads from technological point of view, and I'll just give him the place to talk about it.
Thank you. So my name is Majdi Hamad and I'm the tech coordinator for the school. We started iPad the program like about 8 years ago, and this was we started as a pilot. We started with one cart for grade 5, one cart for grade 4. Student started to share the iPad, check it out, and then explore their way. There was no like deployment plan, nothing. Just 24 iPad each. They share it, they use it whenever, like however they like. After the success, and after we saw how it improved the use of technology in the classroom, the second year we roll out grade 4, 5, and so second grade through 5 each has a cart. So every classroom have their own cart with fully loaded with apps and like charging station. So how we shipped it, it was like the cart, the iPad cart, where you have up to 50 iPads inside with the lock and in charging station, and it's certified Apple, so you keep the iPad in a good shape. We put covers to protect it from the accidental damage, and then we started the deployment. The deployment at the beginning was very immature.
Trust me, we know that from our own experience.
Yeah, we're like, I need this app, you can need this app, redo all the iPads, this is broken. It took like hours of work until we figure out how we can just deploy one cart.
Sorry to interrupt you, but with the deployment now, are you using the mobile MDM?
No, still at this moment we don't use MDM, but we figure out our way by creating Apple profile with Apple configurator. So we keep all the settings for all iPads like unique for each classroom according to teacher request. We put our configurations to protect our policy, like connect to Wi-Fi, safe browsing.
So you're just using the Apple configurator, you configured each iPad, and it has a profile in it, and you keep the track with the apps, or you download the apps throughout the configuration profile, or directly from...
Phase 1, we do the configuration, and then do with the blueprint and the configuration, and then we sync them with iTunes.
I see.
So we sync the iPad, the apps to the iPads using iTunes. So it's like a two-step deployment, and we do it 2 times a year, at the beginning of the year and like before August, and sometimes if we need to, we do it on December. Like this year, only 1 time, because the stable teacher know more how to use it, what they want, what they need, and we have Dania, who will be recording next. She's a great support for teachers, and she just iPad configuration, apps. She do all this magic.
Right, so she's the iPad magician.
She is the iPad magician. Yes. Basically that's it. From technology side, the lifetime for iPads is great. Battery life is great. They last forever. We do some tips for teachers. So if you're leaving in a break, please disconnect power. So don't leave them charged all over the weekend. As long as they have like more than 30%, let them connect the charger. So it's like some tips to maintain the battery life. Students sign like acceptable use policy, which Danny will be talking more in details about that. So students are aware that iPad is their responsibility, and they use it for education and all of this logistics.
Excellent.
One last thing, we do the configuration is unique, as I said. So we before the end of the year we share a Google Sheet with all teachers and ask them to pick and choose apps or whatever they want. We have credit like the prepaid card for credit, so they have specific amount of money associated to their iPad card. We do the deployment on August.
This way, okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you. That was really interesting. I'm here with Dania. She's elementary technical coach, and she will tell us more about how they use iPads in the classroom.
Good morning. So I'm the technology coach in elementary. So I work with teachers, and we work on integrating technology into the curriculum. So whether it's math or science or social studies. And so because we have the one-to-one iPad program, the teachers have a cart for their class that students can use on a regular basis. And so I go in and work with the teachers prior to the lesson and throughout the lessons, and this gives the students the opportunity to use the iPads and use it for educational purposes. So the teachers would contact me prior to their unit. We'll unpack the unit together, and we'll look at how can we integrate technology into their lessons or into their unit. And they might have an idea, but they're not sure how to get started.
How to get it done.
How to get it done.
So they come with the idea, and you the one that gets the whole thing done for them, prepared, and then they teach with it.
Exactly. Or we work on it together. They might have an idea, but they're either not sure how to start or where to begin, or what it would look like to integrate the iPads into that unit. So that's where I step in and I work with them. So prior to the lesson, throughout the lesson, and many times we actually meet after the lesson to reflect on how it went and how can we improve it for next time.
I see. And what would you say, do you have your teachers, do they have any favorite apps on iPad, or does it varies, or?
I think it varies. I work with kindergarten through 5th grade, and each section has 3 teachers, so I think it varies. But I know some of the apps that come to mind are the iMovie app. We also use, our school also uses Seesaw.
Oh, see, yeah, it's very popular in Czech Republic.
Yes.
And can I ask you, what is it you do, for example, with the Seesaw? An example.
An example would be students are, let's say in 1st grade, they're learning to read. They want to become fluent readers. And so one of the activities that we do more than, we do it several times a year, where the kids record themselves reading a story, and then they go back and listen to themselves reading the story. And that way they can reflect on their reading, or they can reflect on themselves as a reader, and maybe put a goal in place for next time, and then maybe a week or 2 or a month later do the same activity and post it on Seesaw. And so when students post it on Seesaw, the teacher can view it at a later time, the teacher can give a comment, the parents also can view their child's posts as well.
I see.
And also, encourage the child or give a comment.
That's great.
It's a great homeschool connection.
That's excellent. That's really great. And even the connection between the school kid and the parents. Yes. I think that this needs to work all together in order to get the things really done. Because the teacher and the parent should be involved. As well.
So we use Seesaw in kindergarten through 3rd grade. In 4th and 5th, we're using Google Classroom.
I see.
Yeah, so the kids log into their Google Classroom account through the app, and the parents can view their child's Google Classroom by logging in with their child's information.
I see.
So there isn't a parental access.
I see.
There is something that we tried, which was called, I think it was called guardian, but it wasn't really what we were looking for, because parents would only receive an email with what the activities are for the week, but that we didn't find that beneficial.
I see.
So right now the parents can log in with their child's information. So that's another homeschool connection, but because the kids are older, they can also show their parents on their computer, on their iPad.
I see. Excellent. May I ask you, okay, that was a Seesaw iMovie, anything else that would pop up?
We use so many different apps, and like I said, I mean, it differs. This year we purchased the Osmo classroom kits. I'm not sure if you're aware of them. It comes with a learning, and I can show it to you. It comes with a learning station and with a little camera or a little mirror on top of the camera, and then the students can interact with the iPad through manipulatives without having to touch the screen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it's activities for the students, and there's math activities, there's ELA activities.
I see.
And different activities that the students can use. And so we're using them right now from kindergarten through 3rd grade.
I see.
So it was something additional that the school purchased that goes with the iPad.
And thank you for that. And besides the iPads, what other technologies do you use in the classroom?
What do you mean?
As for, I mean, you don't use only iPads, right? You have like robots or anything else?
In elementary, right now we have after-school activities. So it's not during the school day, but we have robotics. We have coding, and we have it's the Lego Redo kits.
Yes.
So we have those.
This is popular, yeah.
Yeah, and so those are after-school activities that are offered, and students can sign up, and we offer them for free.
I see.
Yeah, and so that's what we offer right now. We're hoping in the future to have a maker space, and so this is what I'm working on right now, is how to set up a maker space so that teachers can have other STEM activities that they could either sign up for, or we can bring them to the classroom to incorporate different technology into their curriculum.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go home. Okay, I'm gonna play. Click on the junior. So it shows me a word. There's a missing. So I have my word tiles, and I'm going to look for the letter. Let's say I put a wrong letter. Okay. It shows me that it's an incorrect letter, and I get 10 chances. So I have to remove that, and then I find the correct letter. Okay. So it recognizes the D, and it gives me points. And it says clear your play area, and it will give me
tiles off to the sides.
So I have to look at the picture and figure out what it is first. I can see the letters that are there for me to help me solve the missing letter, and then I have to find the letter in my word tiles.
Takže tady máme aplikaci do knihovny. Tady tímhle způsobem si žáci vypůjčují vlastně knížky, takže si vezme vlastně knížku z knihovny a teďkom vlastně naskenuje, dá si vlastně skenování knížky.
First I have to go back and find the patron, so I'll put my name.
Okay. Nejprve se vlastně přihlásí.
And now what is
Scan.
A nyní vlastně naskenuje učebnici. Tak a teďkom vlastně si knížku vypůjčil a stejným způsobem ji zase může vrátit.